attack, fast fatal heart impact, past painful scars. In fact, I blast tasteful bars and packs. I back up my actions, fact don't ask, grab reactions, jacked attack with every word, then act with class as they hear me snap. I got nothing to lose, cause I fought and felt the bruise. Now I'm not the one confused, call the shots and they produce. I ain't lost, I'm finally loose, pick a new silver excuse. I need the views to boost me to a new abuse of being used. Everybody wants a piece now, y'all can rest in peace now. You're dead to me, so peace out. Remember, you're discreet out. Get ready for defeat now.
As I walk, I realize this world, whatever I did, dear God, I wasn't prepared. No one, nothing could have prepared me for what I just did, for what I just witnessed. If I really am a god, I don't want these powers anymore. Why can't I be normal? I just want to be human. I think I know what to do. Hello everybody. This is Kirusho here. Now, whenever we last left off, we had Izuku Midoriya. He, well, surprise, surprise, has gotten things ready. And, well, it is not going to be easy. Now, later on into the night, we do have the mission to capture David's shield from the organization. Midoriya, yeah, he does one thing. Him and the Shadow Guy work together, along with Monoma. Midoriya straight up just giving Monoma a shadow quirk, in order for them to do this very stealthily, along with actually cloaking themselves in darkened outfits, so as to blend in, even whenever they come out of the shadows. Now, we do have the warehouse. Midoriya and Monoma and the other guy, I honestly don't know how to pronounce his name, I've tried a lot. They all do begin. Monoma, he's learned plenty on how to use this guy's quirk. In fact, he does try and use it a lot. It's pretty cool. Especially after the guy learned that he can basically be a teleporter. And these three, they invade the first warehouse, quickly taking down security and not finding the man. Heading to the next one, and doing the same thing. Resistance members on standby, who invade and take over the warehouses, and dispatch whoever is left. Now, with that being said, Bakugo, Momo, Uraka, Asui, Katie, yeah, they're all just basically blasting their way through these warehouses, along with Overhaul, Tetsu, and Mount Lady. Now, with that being said, Midoriya, after blasting through their fifth warehouse, they actually do find David's shield. And the events go as following. Midoriya, after basically throwing shadow shackles at a man and pulling him into a shadow, he grabs the key that was on the ground, picking it up and unlocking the door, walking into the room and seeing a very, very big apartment, kind of. The place is dark, it has no windows, not even a place for you to see the sunlight. However, there is a very big light in the middle of the room, which does illuminate it, and there is a man laying in the corner on what could be a bed. Before he does at least roll over and expect to see a guard, thinking that, oh, he's going to be fed again this morning, just like any other day. However, he does see Midoriya and his face, after he pulls off the hood. him thinking that it's finally time for him to die. They have no more use for him. Closing his eyes and telling Midoriya to just get it over with. Of course he's going to be killed like a caged animal and put down. He should expect this. Whatever they do with his daughter, just let her go. She has no part in this. Actually, David, Melissa is very, very much a part of this. What? He says, opening his eyes. Midoriya just stating that he's not here to kill anyone. Okay, I'm sorry. I think I'm delusional. Did you really just say those words? Yes, in fact, I'm here to help you. You need to build me something, and we can use it to crush the organization. So, you went power hungry. God damn it. Oh, trust me, David. God has nothing to do with this. Okay. Well, first off, I would like to know how you exactly know my daughter's name. Well, I'm guessing you know about me in this timeline. Obviously. I always assumed that you were dead. Well, actually that's just it. Timeline split. I'm a reality bender with the resistance now. What? If you're a reality bender, just fix all this. I can't. In fact, that's why I need your help. I'm not too sure if you built it in this timeline. It's a long story. I fucked up. We jumped through a lot of places. The organization used me, created reality benders. Now we're here. Actually, when I phrase it that way, it's not that much of a long story. Anyways, just listen to me. Have you ever made or even drawn quirk enhancing technology? Um, how do you. Because the way this world is built is wrong. You were supposed to help a man by the name of All Might, Toshinori. Do any of those names ring a bell? Okay. Anyways, let's just get you out of here. Then we need to find Melissa. Since if they try and use her against you, that would not be good. Do you know where she is? Now, Midoriya grabs David and pulls him down to a shadow. As they are back into the Resistance headquarters. Him looking around and seeing some people. Now, roughly a couple hours later, and basically along stories, David does begin to at least see the patterns. From what Midoriya said, he created quirk enhancing technology. And it's actually not that far fetched. He has been told to build those prototypes before. And the organization does know that it is possible. However, they also, well, try a lot of things on him. They tried torturing him, beating him, and even threatening his own family. That's why he told her to run. And he figured that since he went on his little strike, that they would just kill him. He's tried for years to get them distracted on certain other technologies that he's building, stating that the technology they want him to build is impossible. Even then, the degree they're asking for, it's gonna get everyone killed. Now, Midoriya, he explains to David, the technology you are going to build is actually exactly what you think. Very dangerous. In fact, you gave it to him, not you gave it to, but a man with a metal quirk took it, a lot of shit happened, large explosions. I'm just gonna say all that. But we need you to make one for me. Why should I exactly trust you? Because if I can get it, I can murder the reality benders. Then, I think I have a chance of putting this world back together. You're serious? Very. If I can do that, then We can send Bakugo to jail and make him give the signal to Endeavor. You're crazy. I mean, you're not wrong. Then again, I basically just told you your life is a lie and your daughter's in danger. Besides, I know your daughter. Midoriya beginning to list off certain things, bringing his hand up to David's head and showing him the past. He shows Midoriya, or David, his memories of his first life. David's shield meeting him whenever he was at a young age. David's shield showing off a bit of technologies. Midoriya, roughly at the age of 8, whenever all crime dropped to 0 completely. Whenever Midoriya married his daughter at the age of 20. Whenever Midoriya and her had their first child. Whenever he saw the look on David's face, whenever he first saw his grandson, then his granddaughter. Each look was different. And he actually did cry a bit. And then there was David's funeral. The way he stuck by Melissa and comforted his children. Even Midoriya saw that man as a father. And there's the day Midoriya, he should have buried Melissa. However, he couldn't do it. He didn't have the strength to continue. So he went back to the past. And tried hoping to change a bit of things. Help her out. And he gave her his quirk. That being all Midoriya shows him. And David, yeah, he does tear up a bit. And Midoriya tells him that he remembers that life like it was yesterday. He has many others. But for right now, he just wants to find her and keep her safe. You truly do care about her. How could I not? There's a lot of people here I care about. In fact, I've met all of you multiple times. Sometimes things are different and odd. Even I don't know. I'm guessing it's multiverse theory. However, I've been experiencing things differently. I thought that it was all just normal. Hell, my original world went to war over what I could do. I showed you that, right, David? No. Yeah. I just want peace. I just want to. You want to die. Yes. I'm so sorry. I don't even think that's possible for you. Now, everyone's simply just hearing that. Midoriya's done multiple things so many times, yet he has not gone mad. He's just a man stuck with his power, godhood. He never asked for it, yet it cursed him. It bound itself to him. Now, Midoriya, he convinced David. Him beginning to talk with Main and Telly, along with Momo, who will be creating parts. And Midoriya was given a certain location. He was told to head to this city, in this location. Let's say he has to head to America and he has to be in New York City, at a park, at roughly about 1:32 p.m. Now, that time, it sounds very specific, but it's just random. He told his daughter to meet him there every single day. He will come for her. That is where he will find her. And Midoriya, he heads there. He teleports halfway across the world. And after a few tries, he does eventually find the park and simply begin to wait. He waits roughly not long, actually, only about an hour or two. If anyone's confused, that is because of time zones, where it's very late at night, or roughly if it was. I'm not going to explain it, I'm just going to assume everyone knows it. Anyways, Midoriya only has to wait an hour and a few minutes. Let's say about 27. Now, Midoriya, he does see her. He sees exactly what extent she has gone to hide her identity. As, whenever he does look around, he actually does have to use an info quirk, looking at certain names. And whenever a woman does sit down on the park bench, he looks directly at her name, Melissa Shields. A name he didn't really think he would see in a very long time, let alone think about. As he just looks at her. She's wearing a scarf, and she has a pair of dark shades along with a beanie, and her hair is poking through, although it is red, not blonde. She clearly dyed it, and she is also sipping on some coffee. Now, Midoriya does wait before simply just walking over, and then he does sit down. As soon as he does sit down, he immediately just looks at the woman. Her simply just looking at him, before going back to looking down at her phone. Thinking that her father will be here any minute. She still believes that his truth isn't a lie. He's going to be here, she has to hope. Now, Midoriya, while he is sitting there, he just waits. As 10 minutes pass, nothing happens. And she's still sitting there, both of them in silence. Midoriya, he tries to make a conversation, asking if she is waiting for anyone. Yes, actually I am. I thought he would be here. Oh, alright. Do you mind giving me your name? Oh, I'm sorry. My name's Alexis. Um, no, Melissa, I meant your real name. Her looking shocked. How do you. Her going to get up. Midoriya just telling her to wait. As soon as she stands up, she goes to run off. Midoriya teleporting. He teleports directly in front of her, throws out his hands, and grabs her by her arms, telling her that he has her father. He's not in that prison anymore, he's safe. He is with the resistance. Him simply just somewhat whispering that. And she does actually stop, freezing for a second. She didn't realize this man could teleport. Then she realizes exactly what he just said. Asking exactly where is her father. He's safe. Listen, it's been. Crap. You don't remember anything. Do I know you? Long story. Anyways, Midoriya just pulling her in close. Her confused for a second as they disappear. Now, they teleport to a random location. Teleporting again and again. Basically, Midoriya can't jump all the way across the worlds without bending reality. He could, but that would draw attention. As soon as he does get to Japan, he re-arrives back in the room. As soon as that happens, she simply just pushes Midoriya away, saying that she needs an explanation for all this, before she hears her father's voice. Turning and seeing him. He looks somewhat starved, and he now has a very, very long beard, along with his hair being greasy and not really kept very well. Her running over and simply just hugging him, her eyes tearing up, and turning back to Midoriya. simply just saying thank you. Listen, this is all hard for me to explain. Young man, you just did me a great service. Take all the time you need. However, I'm not going to be able to start working immediately. Okay, I wasn't asking you to. You're here to help. You aren't a slave anymore. You are a free man. Thank you. No, I should be thanking you. Now, Midoriya just walks away, walking up to the roof and simply just looking over the city. As you do have Melissa, who walks out. She wants a bit more information, and hearing that he's with the resistance, that got her somewhat weirded out. And she also does want to know exactly where she is. Midoriya, he does hear her come up the stairs, and she opens the door, walking over and greeting Midoriya, saying, "So exactly what is your name?" "Oh, surprised you haven't heard of me." "Heard of you?" "Yup, Izuku Midoriya." Now, as soon as he said that name, the look on her face tells the entire story. Yep. Her just asking exactly why isn't he with the organization? "I'm a reality bender. And I am the first." "What? No, you can't be serious. The reality benders are just a rumor. Something that the organization say they have. And those little weird coincidences where one pops up and they swoop in, they're all planned." It's mainly just to keep that rumor alive, let alone somewhat believable. Listen, I. Fuck. I'm gonna try and explain this. Just please bear with me. You and I used to have a life together. What? Yeah. Anyways, it's just seeing you again. Fuck. It's been like lifetimes. Midoriya beginning to tear up. Just saying that he's glad that she's okay here. The red hair, though. Red was never really her color. Why didn't she go for a blue? She loves blue. Now, she does somewhat move away from Midoriya. Simply just asking exactly how does he know that? She's a bit creeped out right now. This guy, the butcher, slaughterer, many names, he knows little details about her. Him explaining the original reality he hails from. It is nothing more than a barren wasteland. Whenever I see this place, this city, this town, I can picture it. I can imagine it. In fact, I can remember it. The first thing I thought whenever I got my memories back, and I walked into the streets, was just thinking, this place was nothing more than a pile of rubble when I saw it. For the first time. Then I just rewrote it. I said, no, I don't want this. Then it was fixed. Next thing I knew, your father and you knocked on my door. Imagine watching the world end at the age of 4. And it simply just stops. It doesn't end because you say it doesn't. It doesn't. It can't end because you say it can't. It does anything you say, yet you can't figure out one aching question. The one thing I want to know is who did this to me. I've been around long enough to know that this power, I think of it as a quirk. Hell, it is, isn't it? Yet, I don't feel like it's a quirk. Whatever I am, whatever I became after I awakened these abilities, I don't like it. I just can't see anything else. I've asked for my answers. That question's been in my head for over 30,000 years. 30,000? Yes. The next reality I visited, the one where I met you. You and your father knocked on my door and asked me to come to Island. Beautiful place. An amusement park. We spent so much time together. We hit it off. I gave you a few quirks. We became friends. Very close. I could teleport straight to you if I ever wanted to. And I gave you plenty of quirks to have fun with and mess around with. Then I made world peace at the age of 8. Then we lived a life together. Hell, your father was worried about you, but I said I would protect you. And he didn't care. He was worried, but who wouldn't be? No more crime, no more anything bad. Hell, I could have stopped death if I wanted to. But you wanted just to live normally. We had children. We had lives. I loved it. But it was too hard losing you. Doria tearing up. Melissa? She doesn't understand. Midoriya, not even looking at her, just holds out his hand, saying that he can show her it all. It's just he can't look at her the same. Her reaching out and seeing this life. She remembers holding her baby for the first time, her son, her daughter, and their other children. It's all a beautiful life. Then there is him and her sailing on the ocean. They visited the Mariana Trench and found out what secrets were hiding there. They found out things that they don't know here. Species of animals, fish, life. It's all beautiful. A peaceful life. It's all just hard to think about. Now, Melissa does pull her hand away, and she hugs Midoriya, telling him that she's creeped out by all of that. It's new. The last thing she ever thought she'd do is settle down and marry a man. But they can. Oh my god, I don't even know you. Yes, you do. You know me, but I know you. Trouble is, we need to fix this reality first. Okay, well, I I need to I need to process all this. I don't blame you. Have Midori not even being able to say the words. He wants her to have a good life. Have a nice one. Her just walking away. Midoriya stares out, and he phrases the question again. Who are you? Why are you watching me? Am I really just that interesting to you? Does me suffering amuse you? Why do you do this to me? Who are you? Please. I need those answers. Why? Why do you watch me? Am I really just that interesting? Him phrasing these all at once, wanting to know. Now, with that being said, I do hope you guys enjoyed, and have an amazing night. Catch you guys in the next part.